Hello, good day everyone. Gab here, market analyst from SmarTrade. So let's have our daily briefing for the day. So yesterday, we have the unemployment rate and employment change for Australia. So the unemployment rate data, the actual data is 3.5% versus the market forecast 3.4%. And also we have the employment change. So the actual data was 33.5 versus negative 15K market forecast. And during the US session, so we have the retail sales. So the actual data was 0.3% versus the market forecast of 0.10%. Now, this data actually created huge volatility in the markets right after the release, since the previous data was negative 0.4% and it jumped all the way to 0.3% due to the back to school shopping. And of course, the car sales goes up in the US and push the retail sales data for this month. So for the day, what are the economic data that we need to pay attention? So number one, we have the retail sales for UK as well later at 2 p.m. and followed by the inflation rate for European zone. And we also have to pay attention on the Michigan consumer sentiment for US later at 10 p.m. So for the day, let's focus on some of the financial products. So on the previous analysis, the price of gold, so we have 1705 and of course 1695. And obviously last Thursday, the price of gold did not reach on those levels. And in fact, it was actually traded sideways. So this is what happened last night after the release of retail sales. So obviously gold did not benefit from that data. And it goes down from 1689, 1690 rather territory. It goes up, or it goes down rather, all the way to 1660. So that's 290 pips. So it's actually the lowest price of gold since March 2021. But for the day, what are the levels that we need to pay attention for gold? So the current levels, we have 1670 and of course 1660. So we might see a slight retracement on the upside for gold, especially if we can see that it's being traded beyond 1670, and the next possible targets will be 1675. And on the downside, if we can see that the price of gold is traded below 1660, then the next possible targets will be around 1655. But if it breaks below 1655, then we might see another drop for gold for the day. But we need to be very cautious with 1655 and 1660 range, this since this one is actually a strong support level. So on the other hand, if the price of gold can sustain above 1675, then we might see a little retracement all the way to 1680. And if it can sustain 1680, next possible targets will be 1685 and of course 1690. So for silver, on the previous analysis last Thursday, the price levels that I gave you is 19.45 and of course 19.20. And obviously the price of silver during the early sessions was actually traded beyond 19.45. And if you manage to open a long position here, definitely you will get 19.55 and took some profits. But on the US session, the price of silver did not go down below 19.20. So I hope you guys took the positions on silver last Thursday. But for the day, what are the levels that we need to pay attention for silver? So currently it's being traded around 19.11. So we can see a retracement on the upside for silver, especially if we can see that it's being traded beyond 19.20. Then we might target 19.30 for the day. And on the downside, if we can see that it's being traded below 18.90, then we might target 18.80. But if it can sustain lower than 18.80, then we might see another drop for silver for the day. Same thing with gold. So lastly, we have US oil. So on the previous analysis, the price levels that I gave you is 88 for the resistance level and of course 86 levels for the support. And precisely the price of US oil was actually traded during the US session, which is traded beyond 88. And right here, the price hits our target above, which is 88.50. And after that, the price goes up all the way to 90 and then retrace on the next session. So currently, the price of US oil is around 85.34. So if you manage to open a position for the US oil, definitely you will get profits from here. But for the day, what are the levels that we need to pay attention for the US oil? So we have 85.50 and same thing with 84.50. So overall, if we base on the hourly chart, the US oil is strongly bearish as of the moment. So we need to pay attention on the 84.50. If we can see that it's being traded below 84.50, then possible targets will be around 83.50. But if we can see the price of US oil is traded beyond 85.50, then we might see a retracement on the upside from 86.50, next possible targets. But if it can sustain higher than 86.50, the next possible target is 87 all the way to 87.5. But for the day, if we can see that US oil is traded below 83.50, next possible targets will be around 83, 82.5, and all the way to 82 levels. So overall, you guys know the drill. If you manage to open a long or short positions, I would suggest you trail your positions or maybe break even your positions once you enter the trade so that it can protect your profits. Same goes with your capital. All right, so thank you everyone. Please like and subscribe sa YouTube channel ni SmarTrade and see you on the next video.